All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, we're still in the infant stages of this NBA season, but the Milwaukee Bucks have come out of the gates like gangbusters. I mean, the Bucks right now, they're 7-0. They're the only undefeated team in the NBA. And in the process, we've seen them knock off some playoff contenders such as the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two-time NBA MVP, is playing like he wants to get that award one more time. He's playing like a man possessed so far. You're talking about Giannis averaging more than 33 and a half points, nearly 13 rebounds, and 5 assists to begin the season. And I mean, you just look at some of the numbers he put up. Second game of the season, I know it was against the Rockets, but still 44 points and 12 rebounds. Coming right back against the Brooklyn Nets, 43 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists. Against the New York Knicks, 30 points, 14 boards, and 9 assists. Against Atlanta, which is a team that, the Bucks could potentially face in the playoffs, 34 and 17. He had 31 and 32 respectively in Milwaukee's last two games, which are each victories over the Detroit Pistons. But of course, it's not just Giannis because you look at the Bucks supporting cast. Once again, very strong. Drew Holiday, I feel, is an underrated point guard, and he is a true point guard in every sense of the term. You look at Bobby Portis, who has really carved out a niche for himself with this team. Brooke Lopez, the veteran big, has really changed his game. He was a back to the basket player with the Brooklyn Nets, looked a little slow at times with his feet. And now Lopez is really taking his game to the next level as he become more of a perimeter player. He's basically 7 foot small forward, but nonetheless, Grayson Allen has fit in with this team, and of course, a veteran guard such as George Hill. And for Milwaukee, no Chris Middleton, no problem so far. And of course, the Bucks missed Chris Middleton when they were eliminated in the Eastern Conference semis last year in 7 games at the hands of the Boston Celtics. And of course, Middleton is recovering from an injury. But the thing is, at some point, Milwaukee is going to get Middleton back. And when he comes back, look out. And the way that Milwaukee has started, you really don't have to rush Middleton back. Obviously, his presence is going to be needed in the postseason, but nonetheless, it's just going to add more depth to this already potent team. And of course, when he does come back, it's going to work like a de facto trade for Milwaukee. Now, you look at the Bucks, and they were expected to once again be one of the top teams in the East, no doubt about that. But right now, they're setting the tone. They have a game up on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have really gotten a strong start with Donovan Mitchell in the mix for them. But nonetheless, Milwaukee is really going out there and setting the tone. And for me, I feel like Milwaukee knows that they let one get away from them last season. And obviously, things would have changed dramatically in the postseason if Chris Middleton were not hurt. We'd be looking at a lot of things a lot differently right now. But I think the Bucks, especially Giannis, that they've really been up for the challenge over that. At some point, it's one of those where I feel like Milwaukee, they won the championship 2 years ago. They came back last season and everybody gave them their best punch. And then, of course, some people might want to talk about championship hangover. I'm not really completely sold on that because the Bucks really grinded it to go back there and get it back again. But I think, in my opinion, winning that championship, then losing in the playoffs last year, knowing that you once again had a championship team, I really feel only added fuel to the fire of Giannis Antetokounmpo and company. Giannis, now that he has tasted championship gold, he doesn't want to rest on his laurels, if you will, at just one title. He wants to go back there and collect more hardware. And the way that the Bucks have started off, they're definitely putting the right foot forward to get to that goal again. Honestly, at the end of the day, regardless of the sport, once you've become a champion, there's nowhere else to go. I mean, you don't want to go down. You want to stay on that level, and I think we're seeing it right now from the Bucks, and most notably, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is their best player, but then also a superstar in every sense of the term. Now, obviously, there is still plenty of basketball ahead of us, and a lot could happen. But at the end of the day, you have to like the way that Milwaukee has started. You have to like the way that they're setting a tone, and they're showing everybody in the East, hey, we are once again a force. We are going to have to be dealt with. And at the end of the day, if the Bucks are healthy, and I said this when I did my NBA previews, I'm picking them to win the East, and I'm picking them to win it all. That's the way it comes down. And so far, so good for Giannis and company as they look to keep it up and make their presence known once again in the Eastern Conference. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off. Say take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.